We were in deer camp one year, and some of the fellows had brought their instruments. We were all sitting around the fire, and directly one of the fellows sang Okie from Muskogee. Y'all remember Okie from Muskogee? Merle Haggard wrote that tune. And after the guy who did a wonderful job had finished, I said, how many of you guys ever heard of Muskogee, Oklahoma before Merle wrote that song? And we all agreed, and nobody had ever heard of it. I said, you know, that's bound to have had an economic impact on Muskogee, Oklahoma. Maybe we can find some little place around here that needs some help and have an economic impact on it and improve the economy. And we all agreed that Lane City, Texas needed about as much help as any place in the country. Now let me explain what Lane City looks like so you'll get the picture here. Lane City consists of 2 houses, a shop and rob convenience store called Quick Stop Number 2, and a post office. I stopped in Quick Stop Number 2 one day and I said, where's Quick Stop Number 1? The guy said, oh, there ain't no number 1. I said, why do you call this one Number 2? He said, we wanted Lane City to sound progressive. Now the main industry in Lane City is a speed trap. We got the local constable there, but they cut his budget and make him use his own truck, and we got 75-mile-an-hour speed limits, you know, on Texas highways. But you come into Lane City and it drops down to 35 in a heartbeat around a little curve, and so they figured the constable could write a lot of tickets, but that old truck, he couldn't catch anybody to give him a ticket. But he got creative. He drug an old black car out of the junkyard, set it up on some blocks, put 2 wheels and rims on just on one side so that it looked pretty much like, you know, a car sitting there. And then he painted the doors white and took a red fishbowl and turned it upside down and put it on top of that thing. And as those cars came whizzing through Lane City doing 85 in a 35, he's standing out there in a scoutmaster's uniform with his Smokey Bear hat pointing a hairdryer at him. Well, they know they've been busted. And he's got a deputy down the way about 500 yards. He's flagging traffic, and they're just writing tickets coming and going. So now you get the picture of what Lane City looks like. You'll understand the song. We ain't got no Okies in Lane City. All of us are Texans to our roots. We ain't highfalutin', we're just rootin' tootin', boot scootin' sons of old galoots. It's a stretch, but you gotta admit it works. We don't pierce our navels in Lane City. We ain't got no tattoos on our backs. We don't cut our hair like a bowl was placed up there. And all our second cars are up on jacks. We are the nitty gritty from Lane City. We don't work or pay no income tax. Where women's liberation, although in moderation, means biscuit dough on the handle of an axe. We don't wear thong sandals in Lane City. The reason we don't do it, heaven knows. We still have to walk out in the hen house. And you know how the rest of that story goes. You didn't think I was going to get out of that, did you? We don't trade on Wall Street in Lane City. Our stock, it seems, is always in the red. We don't really care if it's a bull or it's a bear. We sell them all by the pound or by the head. We don't snort no coke out in Lane City. And crack is just a space between our teeth. And speed will only thrill or make you want to kill if you get trapped by the Lane City police. In old Lane City, Texas, USA.